Hey everybody, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program RP-0. This is our Twitch recap from last week's live stream where we were actually doing something very new and awesome. This is our Tombaugh's Ambassador mission, which is our flyby of Pluto. This was launched literally over a year ago in actual human days, not just space program days. And it has finally is about to cross the threshold into Pluto's SOI. So I spent the first half of the live stream trying to plot out this node to tune our flyby a little bit better. Initially, we only had a flyby of Pluto. It was very distant, but with some braking and some very careful maneuvering, we were actually able to tune it into a flyby of both Pluto and Charon and get within the low space science realm of both of them, which was absolutely phenomenal as far as our science collection and just my ego, which was pretty cool. To say the least, you'll see later the science dividends from this mission are absolutely phenomenal, and the screenshotability and really just the general feeling of awe that this left me with was just beyond the pale. So this is me tuning our braking node currently to line up our approach and come up with something that was suitable. But here is old me. 384 and 384 and 44. That was too greedy. He crashed into Phobos. I think this is exactly what we're going to do. This is it right here. What's our node in 18 hours? Taking another quick save. Alright, we're going to make this correction. RCS only. And then we're going to just go for broke. And I think we will expend the rest of our fuel around Charon. Because why not? I mean, this is not the best approach for slowing down, but what else are we going to do with this fuel, really? We have nothing to do with it. And we've got this whole stage back here and this magical floating thing that we can do stuff with. So, all right, 18 hours. Let's get a move on. We got a couple of days before we get there. No, we need the engine for this. This is an 800 meter per second correction. We need to light our HA10. Don't let me be stupid, chat. I need to not be stupid. This is entirely too important for me to be in charge of it, I guess is the real answer. So just a little bit of time warping while I was absolutely not being stupid. Not at all. Not even once. 1450, 2735. We can't hold the node. The computer is too dumb to do even that. Alright. And let's double check on our AJ10. Oh, thank God. This thing was launched after we unlocked the 118K, so we have infinite ignitions. Thank goodness. Alright, here we go. Only 42 kilonewtons of thrust, but this burn will only take 44 seconds. Well, that's interesting. We're just gonna let it... Where are you going, my friend? That doesn't seem like the correct direction for this thing to move. Shutting down. So we're gonna get a little closer. See if that doesn't resolve the situation. Maybe I'm just being weird and paranoid. Alright, ullage. Very stable. Ignition. Almost crashed into Mars because they got a gravity assist from Jupiter. 3 meters per second to delta V. So the craft was on its way out of the solar system. But no, KSP didn't want that. So it crashed full speed into Europa. Oh god. And shutting down. About 3.43 meters per second off kilter. We're not going to disable RCS because that will take 4 hours to get there. We're going to lock our tanks. Holy shnikes, what did we end up with? 478 and 551. Yes! Quick save. Oh my gosh. I don't remember what episode it was when I launched this mission, but it was like everything just worked right for a change, and everything just went beautifully. This thing is probably the best mission I've ever flown. So we'll speed through most of our actual approach here. This is just a kind of a dummy node to see what it would take to capture into Charon's orbit, which is, like 7 and some change kilometers per second. Well out of threshold for anything this spacecraft is capable of, but I don't know. I wanted to know, really, for future reference. So if I ever start to plan a Pluto landing or a Charon landing or an orbiter mission, I would at least have these numbers written down somewhere, or at least in the ether of the internet. So we will time warp ahead and get our first little batch of random radio in. That was just to establish the signal delay time of about 4 hours. As we are not quite yet in Pluto's SOI, we still have about a day of travel to go, and I imagine everyone at Mission Control for this mission, at least the ones that haven't retired yet, are super excited about this flight coming within spitting distance of its actual target, and being able to perform such close flybys must feel really good for the planning team, especially considering the archaic technology that this mission was launched on all those many years ago. But as we time warp to approach our SOI change, I will turn you over to old me. Margin plus or minus 3 minutes. Boom! We are in Pluto SOI and the radio in. Yes! We're here! We're here! We are in Pluto SOI. Where's the sun? It's so cute and quaint. Is that Pluto? I don't... Yeah, okay, let's review our data and then we'll bring Flight Computer back up. How many bio samples do we have? One? One? Oh, I'm so stupid! Why did I only bring one? Where do we want to use our bio sample? Not Pluto High. Irradiance scan, 300 science. You'd better transmit. Yes. 225 for radio plasma wave. Oh, pay dirt! Pay dirt! Welcome to Mickey's Dog. Congrats, Probe. You're the first one to get science from him. SOI 3 times wider than that of Earth. Magnetometer scan, that'll net us a 100. 125. 150 for orbital telescope. Telemetry analysis, good. I didn't forget that. This was probably back in the days when I paid attention to things I was doing. Temp scan, 150. Absolute 0. Geiger counter, 150. Sweet. Sorry I'm doing this so slowly, but I need to make sure it's actually working because I'm not just going to breeze over missing some science here. It's not like we're going to be back here anytime soon. Atmospheric pressure scan. And that's all she wrote. Okay. So we'll make some fine-tuning here. Really, we're going to set up some maneuver nodes just to kind of give us an idea of our time constraints as far as our high and low flyby parameters, and then start to set up flight computer accordingly with our radio in action group, thanks to action group extended, and then just start to plot things out, and hopefully we can maximize our science returns. I do have a high science node plot for both Ingrace and Xgrace on both of our nodes here, so hopefully there will be no chance that we're going to miss high science. Low science is really the one that's a little more difficult to tune for because we will be spending so little time in the Pluto Charon system. It's kind of crucial that we get these things fairly accurate. So just for a second here, I'll turn you over to old me again. I was staring at numbers and not at the screen, and oh my, wow, that snuck up on me. I left this in real time for a pretty good reason. Even now in post, just looking at it, it kind of floors me a little bit. I can't believe this mission has worked as well as it has, and man, screw the science returns. The pictures alone are entirely worth it. This is absolutely phenomenal, and I really wonder if, add maneuver, we can just tip this down. And since we're a lot closer now, maybe we can just burn for broke doing something a little different. Maybe we can... this is going to throw off all of my flight computer stuff, and we're within 1 hour, so it's not going to make... we can't retransmit, and it's going to throw off all the times. Hour 15. Oh, you know, it won't be by all that much. How much dirt do we want to kick off Charon? 153 meters per second, we could do this. Boats closed, Pluto wins. Screenshots of Pluto Flyby and looking at only flight time we arrived within hours of each other. Oh wow, that's awesome, dude. 10 kilometers is safe enough. Should we tune it and risk screwing up everything? We're gonna tune it. Everybody, I'm going for it. I'm really sorry. Oh hey, we're unlocked already. Why are my controls not responding? Fuel is unlocked. RCS is a go. Why won't it give me any control? What is going on here? Okay, why don't I have control? Because I'm in time warp. Remember, I'm the guy that wants you to crash into time warp. Thank you, Pulsey. You nailed it. I'm really dumb. We actually don't need RCS to pivot, but it's way more difficult to turn it off. I guess it's not. I could just lock the tank. 150 some odd meter per second. We're going to light the engine. Go. Shut down. Kill both nodes. Where are we at? 34 kilometers? We're going to tune this in as low as we can get. We're going to kick some dust off of Charon here, because why the hell not? 14 years, 362 days, 11 hours, 57 minutes, and 6 seconds. Your pro was 7133 kilometers away from Pluto. Don't have time at periapsis, sadly. Oh man, you still have way better record keeping than I do. Alright, let's play the limbo. Dial this in. What should be our floor? 10 kilometers you said was safe? Just thousands of screenshots. Time warp anxiety is a real thing. Yes, it is. No. Okay, so is 26 kilometers safe? Because that looks like a pretty smooth snowball. Just saying. That's just a fun screenshot. Let's be real. We'll see. I guess we'll find out. How long until our 48 minutes until our next radio in? What is our time to periapsis? 59 minutes. We're going to be a little off on there. Oh, with 59 minutes, 2 seconds. You know, hey, that's not bad. I think we only offset our time signatures by about 30 seconds or so. 1 hour 40. We got one at 1 hour 20 and 1 hour 39. Okay, and 1 hour 51. And then again, this is the mistake one, but it's too late. You know, more science is better. And oh, there will be science. Lots and lots and lots of science. But I'll speed through a little bit of our approach here, just really because the visual is just so much better when you speed up the footage to 4 times regular speed. A quick discussion of our alarms and other long-term missions that we have in the works while we collect a few screenshots, a few motion capture things that I'm going to use for outro footage much later on, and then accidentally pressing some keys that I didn't intend to. Nothing went wrong there. The F3 menu was absolutely a mistake. But as we'll speed up a little bit more and start to reset some of this high Pluto science for which we really can't compensate for, set up flight computer, then make a correction because that's what dumb people do, and then deal with the duplicate science data. But we are still on course to get low space science from both Pluto and Charon, so this is actually still turning out extraordinarily well. And the eye candy is just the biggest bonus ever. I don't know if you could tell, but I was just getting a little choked up here on approach because this is just probably the most phenomenal thing. We have now had a craft of some stripe in the SOI of every major planetary body. We've hit all 9 at this point. I haven't orbited them all, haven't flown past all the moons just yet, but as far as the first major mile marker, putting a spacecraft in the SOI of every major planetary body, we can check that one off, and that feels really, really good. It's only taken like 3 years. 2 minutes short radio in. Ooh. Oh, good question, Scorpio. I may have forgotten about Mimus. I will have to double check that one, but you might be right something there. Astronaut chilling on the moon with a beer. Could there be a more appropriate screenshot? Yeah, I was like, thank God this mission went well. We got another minute. We can enjoy the scenery. Wow. Just the scope and the scale of all of it is, man, that's something, ain't it? Thanks for the camera change, KSP. Just way to interject. I wish that dish wasn't so dumb. Why did I hit M key? Not F3. 46 seconds until our next radio in. We are spaced just above Pluto's surface. Well, that's a inventive biome there. RSS. Indeed. Let's all give a big thank you to the New Horizons team. It is because of them that we have this amazing texture to even look at. Time to periapsis, 50 seconds, 10 seconds from our next radio in. Not too bad, considering we made an adjustment right in the middle of it. And I guess this is where we will spend our goo sample. Oh, the so much science. 75. Yay. 75 science, transmitting data. Transmit. Okay, thank God that went through. 270 for radio plasma. Did it go through? 94 done. Yeah, okay. 150 for magnetometer. That went through. 180 for the orbital telescope. Good. 135 for telemetry analysis. Good. 180 for temp scan. Good. 180 for Geiger. Good. Micrometeorite. 180. Good. 150 for gravity scan. Good. Atmo pressure. 180. Good. And that completes our high and low pass science data collection for all of Pluto. I did notice that it lacks biomes. Well, rather, it has one biome, surface. And really, other than getting atmospheric data for things like in flight, low and high above Pluto, we kind of got it all, which disappoints me a little bit, but it does give me renewed vigor as far as maybe we can put something through the atmosphere of Pluto and collect a little more of that data. I wish I had done a little bit lower of a pass so we could see exactly how destructive Pluto's atmosphere might be. It's really disappointing that it's probably going to take us like another 20 years to get something out this direction to where we can verify that. But we will leave Pluto sadly in our rear view as we start to make our approach to Charon. Here's another mistimed science report yielding nothing new, so we'll just clear out that data and then start to make our very, very low approach to Pluto's binary moon. The torque wheels on this thing are surprisingly ineffective. This footage is sped up 4 times, so there's just a little bit of sluggishness going on here, but I think this was one of the very first craft we built those on, and I don't know if I left the audio in before, but as far as the dish here on Tombaugh's Ambassador, it was originally a non-RP-0 part. Turned out that wasn't going to work. Despite it being available, it wouldn't transmit science. So I had to go back into the save file and edit it, copy this one in, and that's why it looks so weird. Anyway, old me. 2 minutes. Alright, we got to get ready to fire our engine. Which means unlocking all of this. We have 1 minute, 5 seconds of fuel. You can hold retrograde. That's a good thing for you to do. It's going to be fine. We're going to die. I like the voting here. 1 minute 20. Ullage. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Ignition. Good light. We're burning. We just need to make sure that periapsis doesn't drop too low. So what we should probably do... Okay, yeah, we are kind of pivoted. I'm just going to lean on these thrusters just a little bit. Nouveau, will this probe die or not? We all trust in human person. There will be no death. No one's going to explode today. Although maybe we'll just lift it just a little bit. Maybe 26 kilometers is a little low. When's our next radio in? Oh goodness. Oh, transmit. Face to retrograde friend. 270. Oh god, these thrusters are terrible. Who designed this? Space just above. 157, 158, telemetry analysis. Good to go. Can we temp scan, Geiger counter, micrometeor, gravity scan? Where are you controlling from, my friend? It doesn't matter, because... Was that all the fuel? What happened? Base to retrograde, please. We'll just try that. There we go. You know what? We're just gonna let this be a thing, because this is way more important. We've passed our periapsis with so much room to spare. That's awesome. And with that, we have collected both low and high space science data from the Pluto Charon system. And while we will burn our thrusters almost to completion, it is entirely fruitless. This craft just, yeah, it never had the Delta V to capture. We knew it would. It was all just wishful thinking. But in a little bit of time-lapse footage, we can just kind of watch the system drift back behind us. We will take a few brief moments here to collect a family portrait where you can see every single planet in our solar system all in one frame. And man, if that don't just make you feel extra small, wow. Well, I did realize that after our escape here, we would still be within the solar system. Here's our high Charon data finally coming in, which actually makes this mission complete. Tombaugh's ambassador has reached end of watch. And so with that, that's going to do it for this episode, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. And I will see all of you in the next one. So until then, see you later.